Be calling you a radical. I'm not letting him get away with this. Sean Reyes, who the fuck's he think he is? He's our AG here, who I know in Utah. You know what, Reyes? Why don't you stay the fuck out of Nevada and start addressing Nuscale and the fraud in your own fucking state? So the Nevada AG, he held no punches. He told him to mind his own business. My guess it was mind your own fucking business. Sean Reyes is going to go freaking clean up your own back fucking yard. Stay with me. I'll post these articles. So, Nuscale, now stay with me. Sean Reyes, Jose Reyes, who's the head of Nuscale, the little nuclear reactor scamockery, the biggest sham in the state of Utah's history, and that's saying a lot. He was telling people, our crowd in Oregon, that he's related to him. So I pinned down Sean. I asked Sean, we're at the Bear River Massacre. Now I want you to think about that. Why would Sean Reyes and the governor-elect, Cox, before he was governor-elect, show up? First and foremost, Governor-elect Cox spoke. He got up there, well, this is the first time we've ever been to the Bear River Massacre. They used to call it the battle, because this used to be Utah territory. I know Spencer. I walked up to Spencer and I said, oh yeah? Why are you airing your ignorance in public? What do you mean? I said, this was never fucking Utah territory. This was Washington territory. That's not what we were told, he told me. I've never posted it. I'm getting about ready to because I'm that pissed off. So then Jose Reyes was there. Sean Reyes, who is related to the madman in the Philippines. It's his uncle, Cal Berkeley. Reyes never grew up here in Utah. So I went and talked to Sean. I said, Sean, there's a lot of rumors, we call it the Reyes connection, that you're related to this Nuscale, this sham. No, I'm not related to him. Okay. Well, what about this little Nuscale reactor they're testing at Idaho? Now, this is the #1 story in Utah. This is 2 years ago. You can play back the YouTube videos, Mightier than the Sword. I don't know what that is. Play back the tape, Your Honor. But then he stops. You watch it, and he makes sure he turns back around. I want this to be perfectly clear. I'm not related. I don't know what it is, but he sure was wanting to make it certain that he was not related to Jose Reyes. Now, stay with me. Nuscale, which rolled in here under AMPS. The head of the AMPS has got a new thing because 8 of the municipalities, the debt cutoff was for 1st October, backed out. Oh, magically our engineers have just made it even stronger, so we can change. We can make it whatever you want. I mean, this is how they go, the shamockery. This is the biggest scam in history. So I'm in this Utah State Capitol battling Nuscale. They're lobbying underneath the stairs in the Utah State Capitol while sessions are going. Now, by the way, I was full of AML leukemia at the time. My doctor took me over right across the Memory Grove from the state capitol is LDSE State Bone Marrow. By the way, 9 years ago today, I was freaking entered the chemo phase. So, I catch him a few years ago lobbying during session. Illegal. So I start digging into this Nuscale's funding under the Obama administration. When Gina McCarthy, I went to, excuse me, there's a Freudian sleep. Under the head of the NRC, not Gina McCarthy. I got too many of these people in my head. I mean, I deal with them too many. Lisa McFarland. Is that right? Yeah. Okay, Gregory Jacko. Now we have, oh God. So I go to her, I go to everybody. I says, well, they got the private funding. Yeah, we got the private funding. It says Kenwood. Now, I'm the same person that exposed the private funding for the Blue Castle, the nuclear reactor. I was in the bone marrow transplant center. Bad timing for them. They're doing propaganda on KSL right as I'm shooting videos out of my window. The same time that San Onofre had the meltdown, they brought the generators here. I did all that dirty work also, too. So, Blue Castle had Lead Dog Financial. I went back to my old hedge funds. I said, there ain't no fucking way. I exposed me and Judy from the Tribune. I'm sucked up to nothing with my gown on in the Utah State House fighting with fucking Reyes and Dirty Herbie. Fraud. So we finally got that. Well, they don't ever give up. They just reboot and come back. So Nuscale, Kenwood Financial. They have to get the private funding before they can go to the government for the government grant. Now, AMPS, Utah, coming out of your bill, coming out of your power bill for years, was for alternative energy, for to get rid of coal. And this new article, KSA, you can read coal. We're retiring coal. It doesn't mention sun or wind one time. Sun. Utah, the sun shines 300 days a year. It should be all solar. The greatest powder on earth. Right here where I live. By the way, I'm 7th generation here, Mr. Reyes. So, my grandson was doing a thing today for his school, and they wanted to go all the way back. And I says, which line? All 4. Ike Potter? How about Abraham Hunsaker the first, the statue of Old Town? That's how lying I go back here. First Whitey buried in the cemetery. Go look up the last name. Oh, it's Blanche. You know, by the way, I says, the oldest of them's Ike Potter. He was here before the Mormons even got here. That's my line, direct. That's how deep my roots are here in Utah. Oh, yeah, I'll tell you how deep they are. I got cancer, leukemia. Given to just like my dad died of it. Just like Mike Lee's dad died of it. Just like Governor Herbert's dad died of it. Just like John Huntsman's dad died of it. That's what we do here! You know, let's elect fucking Burgess Owens, a black dude from Brooklyn who wants to bring back nuclear testing. Ben McAdams trying to block it, but Operation Foxconn News. This is how gonzo the state of Utah is. So, I'm like, Kenwood Financial. So I dug into them. Under investigation by the SEC for a Ponzi scheme. So I go to Reyes, I go to all them. Here, this is found guilty by the SEC of a Ponzi scheme. This is their original funding. So it should have been default under the Obama administration. Okay, here comes Trump rolls in. He doubles, triples down. Utah doubles, triples down. Nuclear energy, what's a downwinder? What's an open air fucking test? What's cancer? I mean, Moab, come to the life elevated, life excavated. Cancer capital of the world. And by the way, if you don't believe me, you come on a field trip with me. The East State Bone Marrow Transplant Center, I'll tell you how long I was in there. When your Facebook shows up that the East State LDS Bone Marrow Transplant Center is your fucking home address, you've been there too long. 5 fucking years. Mike Lee kicked me off Medicaid, almost killed me. So, any given time, Southern Utah makes up less than 5% of the fucking Utah population. Moab, St. George, that area, make any given day, you go in there, over half the people in there fighting acute AML leukemia are from Southern Utah. Yeah, it's the cancer capital probably of the world till Fukushima happened, or Chernobyl, Southern Utah. So Nuscale, you read through this article. Coal. What about sun? It's a sham. I was part of the group that put AMPS together. And our 2 corrupt AGs before Sean came in. And he's better than they are. I'll give him that. That's not saying much. Shirtliff. And what was the other one who had for sale on his door? Swallow. By the way, do you know Governor Herbert just gave him $1.5 million for his legal defense team when, you know, they both got charged? Of course they're found now guilty. It's Utah. So what's Reyes snooping his fucking nose in Nevada for? Well, let's see. He's from fucking California. Well, Berkeley guy. You know, he needs to clean up his own fucking backyard. Let me show you fucking my Utah. Oh yeah, I'm born and raised here. I'm so fucking Utah, I have leukemia. That's when you know you're real fucking Utah. That's where I went to elementary school. That's where I learned to fear Jesus. Right there, I used to walk home from school right down there to my mom's house, who died of fucking cancer. So did my dad, died young. Nuked in the Nevada test site. I used to walk home from school right there, holding hands with Everett Ruiz. That's how Utah I am. Me and Everett Ruiz, we go way back. So, I'm not letting him get away with this. So the Nevada AG tells him to mind his own fucking business. While I'm in D.C. fighting, that was in the garbage. Don't you love that? I'm every person's mama. In the garbage. What a bastard. By the way, Black Lives Matters was started by a white guy in Utah. Million Mass March on the death of Danielle Willard. What about that one, Reyes? What about that one? What about Danielle Willard? That was November 2nd, 2012, when I was clinging to life in the bone marrow transplant center. That's when Black Lives Matter was born. Million Mass March by Kevin Blanch in Utah. Not the fucking AstroTurf, grassroots. So, Nuscale, you read through this sham. Oh, we just adjusted. They stole the fucking money. They see it full of money. It was for wind and solar. Nuclear is not renewable. It's the opposite of fucking renewable. I will say this, one word, Fukushima. Yet, I'm going out there with my Geiger counter. They had an accident. When I'm in the bone marrow transplant, I sent an offering on the 12th in January 2012, the day I was going in and out of coma. I'm the guy that broke the story. The guys I know, we leaked it into the internet. They're cheating on the internet. The generator had a fucking accident. It's hotter than fuck. They illegal brought it to fucking energy. I got video of fucking Shirtliff, Sheehan, who's supposed to be our radiation guy, and the head of fucking Energy Solutions in Wendover together. This place so fucking corrupt, yet he's going to run to Nevada and clean their fucking place up. Nevada AG tells him to mind his own fucking business. I'll say this, Rez. Clean up your own fucking backyard. What about Nuscale? Oh, look it up. I'll post it. Don't know what it is, but he sure knew who fucking Reyes was, didn't he? He sure knew who the CEO. I'm not related. Make it clear. And by the way, I've always been friends with him. I've always supported him. I've always liked the guy. Do I think he's corrupt? No. I mean, I don't know what his intentions are. I mean, me and him need to have a talk. Me and him need to have a long, good, strong talk. Fighting for my fucking life this whole time. Mike Lee kicks me off Medicaid. Go talk to Fimbo Peterson, the top of LDS East A. Go talk to Vincent Hansen. Go talk to fucking, my uncles, the doctors. Go talk to them all. Live in poverty. Mike Lee kicks me off Medicaid when I'm in a bone marrow transplant center clinging to fucking life. Wipe me out. But he's going to run to Nevada. He's going to save him for Trump. What the fuck? What the fuck? Nuscale. You read this. What's going on with Nuscale? Oh, okay. You're backed out, but we can adjust. We can adjust. Give us your money. Guaranteed. I'll bet you right now, Rez. You want to bet me? You want to bet me? Let's bet. I will bet you any amount of money you want to fucking bet that, by the way, this is as original as I am. Oh, yeah, Branson's kids bought our resort there. The fuckers stole their water. I will bet you anything you want to bet. 10, 15, 20 years. Alive and kicking. That not one of these fucking reactors will ever fucking be placed in Utah. It's a sham. It's a sham just to fucking steal our money. And by the way, Utah taxpayers, they already stole it. Fuck. Every one of you that voted for fucking Burgess Owens. Ben McAdams sponsored the bill to block where he's starting the open air tests. Every one of a Brooklyn guy, bankrupt fucking how many fucking times? Has nothing to clue here, and that's your guy? When you're dying of cancer in the luxury good of death, Huntsman, cancer, or LDS, right as you're clinging your last breath, you think of me. Stay tuned.